Apple's new iPhone 15 has been announced, but which one should you buy? To find out, I am going to touch on a few key areas to help you make the best decision. Obviously, price is one of the biggest factors when considering a new upgrade, as these days phones are not cheap. Let's look at the different models and their prices. Firstly, we have the iPhone 15, which comes in the normal and plus version. The normal starts at £799 and the plus starts at £899, with the only difference being the screen size, as the normal is 6.1 inches and the plus is 6.7 inches. If you prefer a bigger screen, you should consider the extra £100. Next, we have the Pro models, with the Pro starting at £999 and the Pro Max starting at £1,199. The Pro has a 6.1 inch screen and the Pro Max has a 6.7 inch screen. Let's touch on the key features. The normal and plus iPhone 15 feature A16 chipset for powerful performance and a USB-C 2.0 connector, which has slower transfer speeds compared to the Pro models. It has an all-day battery life, it is water resistant and has a tougher screen. The iPhone 15 will also feature advanced machine learning, which can remove background noise during phone calls. The dynamic island, the adaptive notification bar at the top of the screen that arrived on the last year's iPhone 14 Pro, has also made it to the standard models of the iPhone 15. It will also feature an updated version of Apple's ultra-wideband chip, which allows users to find other iPhone users nearby and locate lost devices. The iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will be available in 5 new colors: pink, yellow, green, blue and black. The Super Retina XDR display is great for watching content and playing games. HDR brightness now reaches up to 1600 nits, so HDR photos and videos look better than ever. When it is sunny, outdoor brightness reaches up to 2000 nits, twice as bright as the previous generation. Now on to the Pro models. Both are powered by the A17 Pro chip, which Apple says has the fastest performance in any smartphone and can even challenge some high-end PCs. The confidence is breathtaking. It has a redesigned GPU. Apple really has leveled up the kind of games you can play on your phone. Both have a USB-C port, which has replaced the old Lightning port. The Pro models are the first phones with 10 GB per second transfer speed, which will make getting photos and videos off your phone a lot quicker. All that power inside a new, strongest ever display screen and the thinnest screen borders ever featured on an iPhone in a titanium casing. We are promised some of the toughest stuff you will find on any phone in the entire industry. The action button, which replaces the profile switch on the left side of the Pro models, is now a button that you can customize to run shortcuts. Pressing this button results in some haptic feedback. Both the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max have Super Retina XDR displays with Pro Motion and support both the always-on display and the new standby mode in iOS 17. The 15 Pro and Pro Max have Apple's best cameras yet, equivalent of 7 distinct lenses. A 48 megapixel camera that takes better low-light photos, captures less lens flares and uses Apple's AI systems to take full resolution photos. You can now change your default lens and shoot at multiple focal lengths. You also get up to 5 times optical zoom, the most Apple has ever offered. You will be able to shoot 4K 60 frames per second ProRes videos on the devices, or even shoot directly to an external drive through the USB-C port. You can capture spatial video too, the kinds of 3D content we've been seeing for the Vision Pro. Apple's upgrades year on year have always been smaller in comparison to Android phones. However, I think with the iPhone 15 models, Apple might be onto something, especially with the camera upgrades and performance to play games such as Resident Evil 4. And no, it's not a bogged down version, it's the real deal. Apple claims the iPhone 15 Pro is 70% more powerful than the iPhone 14 Pro. The prices are cheaper than last year's 14 models upon release. The upgrades on the chipset is crazily powerful, and with iPhone's new USB-C port, finding a charger amongst your Android pals won't be too difficult now. Although it may not be necessary, as battery life on Apple phones are already crazy. If you are an Apple fan, you will definitely upgrade regardless of anyone's opinion. But if you've come from an Android phone, just buy last year's 14 Pro Max instead. Not the latest iPhone, but still a good phone and will be cheaper now. After all, you did originally choose Android as they are cheaper phones. Now for the decision. Personally, I believe the iPhone 15 Pro is the best choice for me. You get the top performance at a decent price. The upgrade from the Pro to the Pro Max is really not that much to convince me to pay an extra £200. However, if you want a bigger screen with a top performing camera, then the £200 may just be worth it for you.